Christina of Sweden, born in 1626, stands as a captivating anomaly in European history. A queen who abdicated her throne, embraced unconventional intellectual pursuits, and ultimately converted to Catholicism, defying the rigid societal norms of the 17th century. Her birth was a moment of intense anticipation within the Swedish court, as it marked the arrival of an heir to the throne following years of uncertainty and political maneuvering. Sweden, under the rule of King Gustavus Adolphus, was then a rising power, engaged in the 30 Years' War, a devastating conflict reshaping the map of Europe. Christina's father, a brilliant military strategist, instilled in her a sense of duty and a rigorous education, deviating from the typical upbringing of female royalty. From a young age, Christina demonstrated a precocious intellect, displaying a thirst for knowledge that extended far beyond the traditional feminine pursuits of embroidery and music. Her education was entrusted to leading scholars, including the celebrated German jurist Johann Heinrich Schönfeld and the renowned Scottish physician James Stuart Dart. She devoured literature, philosophy, and science, mastering multiple languages: Latin, Greek, French, German, Italian, Spanish, and Dutch, a testament to her remarkable linguistic abilities. While expected to marry and produce an heir, Christina harbored little interest in the conventional role of a queen consort, finding the prospect of domesticity stifling and unfulfilling. Her father's death in 1632, on the battlefield in Lützen, abruptly thrust the 16-year-old Christina into the daunting position of Queen of Sweden. The Regency Council, comprised of powerful nobles, initially attempted to guide her reign, but Christina quickly asserted her own authority, displaying a remarkable political acumen. She defied expectations by refusing to marry, frustrating her advisors who believed a royal marriage was essential for securing the succession and maintaining stability. The most prominent suitor was Philip IV of Spain, a proposal that was vigorously pushed by the council, but vehemently opposed by Christina. Her refusal to marry caused a political crisis, as it raised concerns about the future of the Swedish monarchy and the potential for succession disputes. Instead of focusing on securing an heir, Christina channeled her energy into cultivating a vibrant court filled with artists, poets, and intellectuals, transforming Stockholm into a European cultural center. She patronized the arts, commissioning works from leading European painters and sculptors, and fostered a climate of intellectual ferment that attracted scholars and thinkers from across the continent. Her court became a haven for those who challenged conventional norms, including the renowned playwright Corneille and the celebrated mathematician René Descartes. However, her unconventional choices and increasingly autocratic rule alienated powerful factions within the Swedish nobility, who grew resentful of her control and frustrated by her refusal to compromise. The Oxenstierna family, a prominent noble lineage and key player in Swedish politics, attempted to steer her towards a more conventional path, but to little avail. The political climate became increasingly volatile, and Christina faced growing pressure to abdicate the throne, a prospect she initially resisted. The weight of the crown, combined with the mounting political opposition and her own disillusionment, eventually led her to make a momentous decision. In 1654, at the age of 28, Christina dramatically abdicated the Swedish throne, shocking Europe and defying centuries of tradition. Her abdication was a carefully orchestrated event, designed to minimize disruption and ensure a smooth transition to her designated successor, her cousin Charles XP. She departed Sweden, leaving behind a nation grappling with the consequences of her unprecedented decision and the uncertain future of the Swedish monarch. After leaving Sweden, Christina embarked on a series of travels across Europe, initially residing in the Dutch Republic, where she established a new court and continued her intellectual pursuits. She commissioned the construction of a magnificent palace in Rome, Schloss Christina, a testament to her ambition and her desire to create a new center of cultural and intellectual life. Her decision to convert to Catholicism, a move that flew in the face of the Lutheran faith of Sweden, further cemented her reputation as a rebel and a nonconformist. The conversion was a deeply personal decision, driven by her intellectual curiosity and her disillusionment with the rigid doctrines of Lutheranism. It also served as a political statement, asserting her independence from Sweden and aligning herself with the Catholic powers of Europe. Her conversion was met with condemnation from many in Sweden, who viewed it as a betrayal of the nation's faith and a rejection of its Protestant heritage. Despite the controversy, Christina remained a figure of fascination and admiration, attracting visitors from across Europe who sought to learn from her intellect and witness her unconventional lifestyle. She became a patron of the Vatican Library, contributing significantly to its collection and earning the gratitude of the papacy. Christina maintained a lively correspondence with leading intellectuals and political figures throughout Europe, exchanging ideas and participating in the intellectual debates of the era. She continued to commission artworks and support artists, enriching the cultural landscape of Rome and further solidifying her reputation as a patron of the arts. Christina's reign was brief, but her impact on European history was profound, challenging conventional notions of gender, power, and religion. She defied expectations, pursuing her own path and refusing to be confined by the rigid norms of her time. Her abdication and conversion remain among the most remarkable and controversial events of the 17th century, demonstrating the enduring power of individual will. Queen Christina's legacy lives on, inspiring generations to question authority, embrace intellectual curiosity, and pursue their own unique paths. She stands as a testament to the power of human resilience and the enduring allure of a life lived on one's own terms. Her story reminds us that even in the face of adversity, it is possible to challenge the status quo and create a life of purpose and meaning. Queen Christina of Sweden remains an enigma, a queen who traded a throne for freedom and a life defined by intellectual pursuits and unconventional choices. Her life is a compelling reminder that history is not simply a record of rulers and battles, but also a story of individuals who dared to defy expectations and shape their own destinies.